Ma'am, I've informed her.
Okay. Yes, I also messaged her. I hope other dignitaries will also join in the
Asmita,
meeting.
one small change for the demo. Varnita is going to do that because somehow when we played the video here, no audio was able to hear on the other end.
Okay.
So we have heard it being played from Varnita's laptop. It all is good. So
Okay.
you can just say Varnita is going to do it. That's about.
Okay. Okay.
Initially, I'm going to spend a few seconds telling everyone that I'm going to mute them. And you're calling me? Okay. So I'll take a few seconds to just, instruct people that, I'm going to mute everyone. Whoever is a speaker can always unmute himself, or I could unmute as well. But it's better that the participant unmutes himself. So I'm going to say that when the meeting starts. And also for presenting, they can use the share button to, especially for the launch, they can use the share button to share the screen and click on the launch button. So. Smita, if you're talking to us. Smita, you're on mute.
Yes, I was just saying, sorry, I was just saying whether Varnita wants to quickly check if she can share the screen.
Hi, shall I do it quickly? Just once?
Just once, not the whole, but just
Yeah,
to see if the
yeah.
share option is working.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Rasashastra, a
I
portal for
think yes,
disseminating information.
it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
you could hear it well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
अभी तो बैठो फिर खत्म करके आएंगे जाओ है ना
Namaste, sir. Prajapati, sir.
आपको साइन करना ऐसे नहीं अच्छा गुड आफ्टरनून मैडम
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
साउंड आ रही कि नहीं
आ रही
All
है
right.
पूरी आ रही है। नमस्ते सर। आपकी वॉइस बिल्कुल तगड़ी आ रही है।
हाँ कर दी हमने ठीक
जी नमस्ते।
नमस्ते 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 और सब ठीक है तबीयत तबीयत बढ़िया है
अरे अब ठीक हो चुकी है, अब क्या बार बार की तबीयत बढ़िया है, एकदम फिट है। हाँ थैंक यू। हर चीज का वक्त होता है, बीमार होने का वक्त खत्म हो गया।
नहीं नहीं वो तो जब भी मिलोगे तो पूछेंगे ही ना
थैंक यू।
ठीक है कि नहीं ठीक है
जी जी जी।
तो एक
वो तो
रूटीन
एक
में
फॉर्मल भी होता है कि हाँ एवरीथिंग इज इशू, हेल्थ इज राइट। ठीक है सर।
नमस्ते प्रजापति जी, मैं दर्शन शंकर बोल रहा हूँ।
नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार। हाउ आर यू सर?
आई एम एब्सोल्युटली फाइन।
अच्छा लगा देख के सर, आज आपको बहुत दिनों के बाद मुलाकात देख रहे हैं।
Correct, and I've heard so much about the contribution that you have made to this whole field.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू। It's by the blessing of our seniors and the support of our juniors every time.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir, namaskar, sir.
नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार।
Namaste, Katiyar sir. Welcome.
नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार।
It's so nice of you to have you here, sir.
Dr. Darshan Shankar, thank you very much for taking up the cause of Rasashastra.
Namaskar, namaskar. I mean, there's such a great tradition.
Sir, at a time when Mercury is in big danger, Mercury free world, Minamata convention, I think it's the most timely effort by yourself. We really thank you very much and congratulations for having, and let us carry it forward.
Yes, we need everyone's help to do that.
Sir.
Dr. Koradia, will you please Namaste, sir. Will you please
Namaste.
Welcome, sir.
Namaste, namaste.
ते दळण वगैरे टाकायचं होतं का? आणशील का येताना?
कोण दळण टाकताय त्यांनी बंद करा ना जरा माईक.
Dr. Asmita, I will mute all and then you can unmute yourself because it's 4 o'clock and then, people might be joining and they might soon start. I'm going to mute everyone.
Varun, you are not very clearly audible. Would you please...
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now this is audible. This is very clearly audible.
So I'm going to mute everyone and you can unmute yourself and go to speak.
Yes. I was waiting for Ranjit sir to join.
Yeah, we'll wait.
He had joined and...
Madam, I'm here.
Yeah.
Namaste, sir.
Hi, Ranjit. Welcome.
So now I think as soon as Honorable Secretary sir joins us, we will begin the formal program. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 2.5 minute or 3 minute welcome, Darshan sir, and I will invite you to talk.
Sure.
Okay.
You will do the welcome and then invite me to speak for a few minutes. Okay.
Right. And the same I will do for Ranjit sir, Prajapati sir, then I'm afraid Ravinarayan Acharya ji is busy with some meeting. So if he makes it, I'll invite him. But then otherwise, we'll have to move forward with Jayadev Pujari ji. And then in the end, Secretary Sir himself.
Dr. Asmita, they have the launch link and everything, right?
You have the launch?
They have the launch link.
Yes, I had. I
Dr.
received the
Rajesh.
launch link. I had shared it with the office of the secretary, and I think they are ready.
Thank you.
Varun, I can see there are some messages in chat. If you can,
Yeah, no, those are just greetings.
okay.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, secretary will be joining in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Yes.
So, Dr. Asmita, I have made you the co-host.
Okay.
So, no, I mean, even if, I mean, for some reason I get dropped off or something, the meeting will continue. So, that's just a backup.
Okay.
Dr. Vile, can I ask you a small question before we formally start?
Yes, sir.
Because you have everyone's attention here. Whilst I know the software arm MetaString put together the entire software. How did you really populate the entire database? Because that's a substantial work. How was that really done? Because I was perusing the pages and it's extensive. I mean, it's absolute, a digest that has been given to the scholar. So if you could just enthrall us with that kind of insight, I think that would be a good utilization of these few minutes.
Thank you, sir, for this question. I have conceived this idea after doing conference at FRLHT way back in 98. And then I realized that, okay, people are working on plants and no one is working on metals, minerals, which is my core area. So why not I do it? Then I put together, I met with Darshanji, took his guidance. He totally guided. He literally walked me through by holding my finger that time.
Yes.
And we put a team of 5-6 people at Pune, and literally every day, 6 hours, these 5 people were sitting at the office reading page by page. We decided the first initial 1 month went into the discussions till late night, where Vaidya Vilas Nanalji was very much involved. How to analyze, how to make the back end of the database, the Excel sheet. And that time, the software was very different. It was, and our friend Bhushan Sati was also involved. And then we decided first the structure. After the structure was done, every day these colleagues of mine, they were working for 6 hours, 7 hours a day, and every night I used to check whatever they have done for the day. So it used to take me about 2.5 hours every day. So this way we worked for 18, 20 months, I remember, I recollect. And then this was, so this was the first version. Then at the end of FRLST, Venuji and his team was also checking the information for its correctness and also the editorial corrections, like spelling mistakes, this, that, because entering into the diacritical marks was the most difficult task. And I must mention here Vaidya Ghanashyam Dongre, Vaidya Priya Pofre, who did that job. It used to be, A034, and then you get that diacritical. It was really difficult at that time. So yes, all those days have come back.
So is there an easier way to now approach it? Because, ultimately this is going to go forward. So the aspect is that, whatever is maybe we're going to take a separate meeting on the futuristic kind of deepening and the broadening of this entire database. But, we must take a look at an easier way. And, this is a very typical collaborative work that can happen, because, you already have in just one particular banner circulation, you have almost 100 minds who have joined. So, you can take a look at the names. Everyone, all of our colleagues, senior of them, who are completely involved, who have joined today. So, that's the palpitation that's right there.
Yes.
So, any easier way to do it?
Sir, I think instead of me, Mr. Ravi Chellam could give the answer, because now the data is coded. It is available electronically. Yes. So now how to, take it ahead and how to use AI for it would be the next step. And for that, we need to have a separate meeting. And there are lots of strings which would get attached to it. So it will, now it will grow kind of exponentially. It should. The information should come in, and there needs to be a team to curate and filter so that the real evidence base could be created for this.
Correct. I think, with the advent of AI and what has happened in the last few years, it's some aspects are easier. We need to integrate and get the best out of it. Certainly, it will be easier than what would have been possible 10, 15 years ago.
And how many times did you have to recode?
In this case, this time what happened was we already had the data.
Varuna ji, Secretary sir has come, so
yeah, we can go ahead.
Yes.
नमस्कार दर्शक जी, नमस्कार आप सबको, रंजीत जी, अस्मिता जी. आई एम सॉरी फॉर बीइंग लेट. मैं थोड़ा सा स्टक हो गया था किसी इम्पोर्टेंट काम में मंत्री जी के, बट नाउ आई एम हियर फुल.
नमस्ते.
Full presence, physical and mental presence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namaste.
Okay, you may please proceed. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Ranjit sir, Darshan ji, should I proceed?
Yes,
with the
please.
permission of Honorable Secretary, sir. Yes. Namaste and welcome to the launch of web portal of Rasashastra. I feel humbled and honored to welcome the Chief Guest Padma Shri Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, Secretary of Ministry of Ayush for the program. I also feel privileged to welcome Vaidya Narayan Acharya, the Director General of CCRS. He informed me in the morning that due to his another commitment, he could not be present now, but he has sent his good wishes. Vaidya Jayan Dev Pujari ji, Chairperson of NCISM, and Vaidya Pradeep Prajapati ji, VC of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Ayurveda University, Jodhpur, who is the representative of all Rasashastris across India. I also extend warm welcome to everyone who had joined the online program, faculty members, industry colleagues, friends from all parts of India and abroad, and students. I welcome you all on behalf of the team Rasashastra Web Portal. Let me give you a quick background. Rasashastra is a very powerful branch of Ayurveda. It originated at a time when herbal medicine was at the top, yet no cure was in sight for various non-communicable diseases. In Silka first, Siddhanagarjuna challenged and later proved to the Shalavahan dynasty that his mercurial science is capable of making gold for the state reserves and treating the complex diseases. Since then, Rasaushadhis are an integral part of Ayurvedic treatment modalities. Rasashastra deals with 79 single drugs as starting materials. The permutation and combination of the 79 drugs within the mineral domain and also with medicinal plants has yielded over 2000 herbo-mineral formulations which are exclusively compiled in Rasayog Sagar. Out of these, around 450 are widely used across India by practicing Ayurvedic Vaidyas. Processing of a single drug using multiple ingredients is a common practice in Rasashala. Suvarna Bhasma is made from 100% pure gold using different groups of herbs and other minerals, giving out 25 different types of Suvarna Bhasmas. Similarly, Abhrag Bhasma is of 63 types, of which Dashaputi, Shataputi, and Sahasraputi are in routine practice. The drug development from metals and minerals is based on a unique approach of detoxifying the minerals, making them bioavailable and efficacious for old and new diseases alike. However, the information is scattered in over 45 texts, which makes it difficult for a researcher and other stakeholders to get hold of it in a short time. It is a very, very practical science written in Sanskrit. Many herbs, yantras are difficult to decode without the help of experts in the language, Rasavaidyas to guide, and chemistry labs to analyze. The present database is developed to address these issues and made it user friendly to a certain extent. If we attain the first step quickly, then the next step of PKPD studies would be easier, which is a gray area for us. So this was the idea for the origin of this database. With this background, I invite Padma Shri Darshan Shankarji, Vice Chancellor of the University of Transdisciplinary Health Sciences and Technology. We are aware of Darshanji's huge contributions in mainstreaming the local health traditions, mapping of biodiversity of Western Ghats, and contemporarizing the traditional knowledge while preserving its essence. Without him, the database would have remained an idea. Over to you, Darshan Shankarji.
Good afternoon or good evening, everybody. We are indeed very grateful to the Secretary Ayush Rajesh Kotecha ji, to the generous and gracious support from Dhut Papeshwar and Ranjit Puranik ji, the blessings of the NCISM represented here today by Jayant Pujari ji, Deo Pujari ji, the representation of CCRAS, and the blessings of the current Vice Chancellor of Rajasthan Ayurveda University, who himself is an acclaimed Rasashastra teacher. We are very grateful to all these dignitaries and to the terrific audience that is present here today for gracing this launch. I need not emphasize in this knowledge-rich audience that Rasashastra is indeed a very specialized aspect of Ayurveda's Bhaishaj Kalpana. I think it is perhaps the source of the most fast-acting drugs across global pharmaceutical traditions. Despite its clinical achievements, I think that it is still a field which has vast untapped potential for therapeutic application, for R&D in pharmacology of a very complex kind, and for even more innovations in manufacturing technology. It is unfortunate that today we are manufacturing the best of our Rasashastra drugs with the same technology that was prescribed centuries ago, for the simple reason that there are not enough committed, what should I call it, biomedical engineering institutions who are helping us to convert that home scale technology into an upscale technology that mimics exactly the parameters of the home scale processes. This database was conceived by Vaidya Asmita Vele more than 20 years ago. It was initially supported by the Department of Science and Technology and more recently by Dhut Papeshwar. Throughout its evolution, we are proud that TDU has provided the knowledge platform for its growth. I must end by saying that the program is work in progress. The core team led by Ashmita, Dhut Papeshwar, the university, including our technology partner MetaString Foundation, are committed for the long term to make this into a freely accessible public good for the Ayurvedic community. And we count upon many more people to help us take this task forward.
Recording in progress.
We expect in future to be able to use artificial intelligence tools in the further evolution of this work. Over to you, Asmita.
Thank you, Darshanji. Now may I request Varnita to give the short demonstration of the web portal. Over to you, Varnita. Varnita from MetaString.
Thank you, Dr. Asmita. I'll just start the demo now.
It is visible, but sound should.
Vanita, we are not able to hear.
Will you please unmute yourself, Varnita?
I'm sorry. I'm going to start it again. Yeah?
Yes, that would be good.
To Rasashastra, a portal for recording and disseminating information about Rasadravyas, metals and minerals used in Ayurveda. This portal has been developed in collaboration with Sri Babeshwar Limited, Trustee Life, MetaString Foundation, and the University of Transdisciplinary Health Sciences and Technology. This portal allows user to view rasadravyas and scientific and classical information about them from different resources on a single unified interface. On the browser metals page, metals are organized by categories or vargas and can be searched by typing in the name of a metal or a varga. The information on each metal is organized by the classical text it is from, or if it is modern pharmacological information. The legend indicates which reference it is from. The summary information is a summarization of all the data on the metal from various texts done by experts. Different texts list different properties of metals, and this is a way to refer to them on a single interface and compare information. The page includes data on nomenclature, Rasapanchika information, action on different diseases and doshas, mythological references, processes used in detoxification, treatments where it is used, and dosage information. It also shows the areas where it is found on a map for quick visualization. The database of rasadravyas naturally contains many of their properties, and the Explore interface allows a user to search for metals using these properties. A user can type in a search string, which brings up a list of documents which contain it. Each row here refers to a document which contains information about a metal from a particular reference. If a user were to check the summary box, summary documents containing the search string are the ones that show up. The advanced filter allows a user to refine their search. The advanced filter can be used independently too. For example, searching for Jwara diseases will list those documents where Jwara appears in the list of diseases impacted. Adding the Hara in the doshas narrows down the list of documents to where the impact on doshas includes Vatahara. We have developed a unique Rasapanchika selector which allows users to select the Rasapanchika value to narrow down the search. For example, selecting the Lagu Guna here narrow the search to a single document that we are looking for. One can click here to see the reference details where this information is found, view the diseases that are mentioned in the disease list, and if required, one can view all the information about the metal from the document by going to the details. A genesis of the database and the rationale behind the effort is documented on the About page and indicates the methodology, limitations, highlights, and the audience it is largely aimed at, although that's not the only one. This portal has been created through some very inspiring mentorship, dedicated research, and passion for using technology for public good. Please read about the people behind it here. We would love to hear your feedback about this portal, and that can be done through this form. The next steps in the development of the portal will include aggregation of contemporary references and greater involvement of researchers and people from the industry. It will also aim to become a collaborative interface to share data and research findings on Rasashastra. Thank you.
I hope the demonstration was visible and audible to all the participants I can see here. Thank you, Varun, Varnita, Shaheen, and the MetaString team for putting together this. The vision and support for this version of the database and the urge to make it accessible to everybody, anybody, at zero cost is of none other than Shri Ranjit Ji Puranik, the MD of Shri Dudh Papeshwar Limited. His legacy of over 150 years bears a strong commitment to Rasashastra. Sri Dudh Papeshwar Limited is like a guiding lighthouse in the middle of the ocean of Rasashastra. Ranjitji's personal connect with Vaidya traditions and new Vaidya physicians is exemplary. He is the friend, philosopher, and guide to many new entrepreneurs also. It's only to his generosity over a 3-minute phone call that we are presenting the database to you all today. May I now request Sri Ranjitji to share his thoughts.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Asmita, and respected Vaidya Rajeshji Kotecha, Vaidya Jain Dev Pujari ji. I even saw Vaidya Rabinarayan Acharya ji, of course, teacher to us all, Vaidya Prajapati ji, absolute motivator Darshan Shankar ji and Asmita Vele ji, your entire teams, not only at MetaString, but even at TDU and also in Pune, who put together all of this. I think Dudh Papesh and myself at this particular stage of contribution are probably being credited a little bit more than what our actual contribution has been. As part of industry, I think I need to start with an apology as to why did it take us so long to come so far. We should have done this much, much earlier, keeping in mind that most of us who have even assembled here, my colleagues from BHU, my colleagues from industry, we've been probably dabbling with Rasashastra for a better part of the last 125 years. So the aspect is, yes, late, but nonetheless, it's a very deep portal. I will call it a Rasashastra portal. I will call it a go-to portal for any kind of scholar that wishes to delve into Rasashastra. I will look at also the manner in which this becomes an absolute online handbook. It's a digest of sorts for almost instant information to come our way. My industry, naturally, with the advent of this portal, has a great amount of responsibility. And one of the few responsibilities in terms of expansion that we see is to deepen the entire information with regards to good manufacturing practices. By the Kaustuvopadhyay, the entire drug policy section is outlining a brand new GMP for Rasashastra. So I believe that also, in terms of explanation, needs to be very much part of the portal in a section. Dr. Katiyar will join me in, and Dr. Durga Prasad will join me in talking about the kind of pollution control guidelines in processing of Rasashastra that also my industry is undergoing, which also needs to be appended to this entire portal. And of course, the ongoing research and talk studies that my industry incorporates and undertakes. All of such kind of information needs to be appended into the portal. And as a commitment, not only from Dudh Papeshwar, but I'm very confident from all the assembled industry that this is certainly a commitment and responsibility that we take to keep this portal completely rich. I call this a go-to portal because of a very simple reason. My industry has been reeling under the entire stigma called heavy metal for a better part of a decade and a half. And this portal really becomes the go-to portal for anybody who wishes to take a more educated kind of view and a judgment on what Rasashastra is and what Rasashastra and the entire depth of the kind of knowledge, the classification, the categorization, the disease profiling, the mode of action that generally one should study before pointing fingers. So I believe this is the go-to portal, not only for scholars, not only in education, but certainly for the industry. Absolute honor, absolute pleasure to be part of it, and all credit to TDU to ferment this kind of collaboration, and of course, scholars with Vaidya Asmita Vele and the brilliant coders at MetaString who ensured that something like this comes about. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those encouraging words and for the expectations. We would definitely address those. Professor Pradeep Kumar Prajapati sir holds the flag of contemporary academic Rasashastra very high. He has consistently worked on numerous Rasaushadhis and trained over 100 students in the discipline since his Jamnagar days. Today, he has over 5,800 citations with an H index of 30. These evidences of safety and efficacy are the keys to unveil the potential of this beautiful science. He has done exactly this. May I request Dr. Prajapati sir to say a few words?
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon, everybody. Today's chief guest, Honorable Padma Shri Rajesh Koteja sir, our beloved secretary sir, Honorable Darshan Shankar ji, Vice Chancellor, TDU, our respected Honorable Dr. Jayant Dev Pujari ji, Chairman NCISM, our beloved Director General CCRS Professor Ravi Narayan Acharya ji, and all the distinguished seniors of Ayurveda and RS Shastra and Bhasaji Kalpana, most impactive personality of for the Rasashastra persons, no doubt Ranjit Puranik ji from the Sidhut Papesar Limited. It is a great privilege to see the web portal of Rasashastra for all of us, because we are searching the things in for the books is a very difficult task for the students and teachers also. And in this whole team of the TDO and Asmita ji, because Asmita ji taking the lead since long, and I call him as a lady teacher of Rasashastra, a dynamic leader of the Rasashastra. So thank you, Asmita ji, for taking the lead in this direction and giving such a document which is very important for the newcomers of the Rasashastra, because it is a very difficult task to collect the original books in this era. So it is a web portal which comprises of 45 books along with the modern books, which is quite good to understand the contemporary aspects also. Most of the reference books are taken from the authoritative books of the first schedule of Section 3A of Drug and Cosmetic Act 1945, which is relevant and authenticated. Description of Rasa Panchak will enhance the efficacy of the clinical uses of the metal and minerals. Multiple processes of Sodhan, Maran, and Satupatan from the different literatures are taken, which is quite good to understand for each and every. The antidote, Pathya and Apathya collection are quite good and very effective, attractive on this web page. The selection of criteria of the metal and mineral are also mentioned, which will be helpful for the newer generation, because it is a very difficult task to see all the materials in a museum or in a laboratory. So it is a very good one. The distribution details were also mentioned, which is might be helpful for all of us. This an efficient literary collection, and it is a very laborious and tedious work done by the whole team. I congratulate the TDU team and Asmita Vele's madam's team to give such type of search engine incorporation in this web page, made it more efficient tool. Image of the metals and minerals are the good features of this page. So I congratulate both the team work, because Ranjit Purani ji is jointly collected all the material and support to the, and I have also seen the picture on the screen that Dr. Vijay Lakshmi ji is also there. So he is, because I know personally, and she continuously supported us in every aspect, and madam too. So I congratulate all of you, and certainly the scholars which are taking the care, the teachers which are the taking care, may go through this book web portal and give your suggestions and comments also in for future incorporation. Probably I think the research articles and uh, sophisticated analytical tools evaluations should be added in future also. It is a time taken process, there is no problem. Time to time it should be modified and updated version should be come in front of all of us. So we are very happy to see this particular web portal, and thanks to our honorable secretary sir, honorable Jayendra Pujari sir, and vice chancellor sir taking the giving the time for this launch of the portal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Vaidya Ravinarayan Acharya is known for his work with medicinal plants. But for me, his work on Shilajit for geographical variability stands tall. because Shilajit is a Rasashastriya Dravya. He has been professor at Gujarat Ayurveda University, Dean of Academics, and so many hats he has worn. But he is at present the most dynamic Director General of CCRAS. His citations also cross the figure of 3,000. And his vision for providing support grassroots level for meaningful research has started showing the results which are much needed. I hope that students will take up research on Rasashastra, Rasa drugs, single drugs, compounds, and all. Professor Ravinarayan Acharya ji, I am handing over the mic to you.
Thank you, Madam. My regards to Honorable Secretary and all the dignitaries, the Ji, and my heartfelt regards to Ranjit Puranik ji for his efforts. For the first time, I saw that if a person dedicated sponsoring this work for academic purpose, though the company is working for this purpose since long. But it's a very noble work, and I thank Asmita ji also for this noble act. And particularly the Shastra expert, Professor Ram Chaudhary ji, and other experts, those who are present here. As I am again in a meeting in Ministry, I spend much time, but thank you, Madam, for the invitation, and I wish all the best and hope this initiative will be widely accepted by the students and very effective one. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Vaidya Dev Pujari ji, the chairperson of NCSM, is a humble yet firm personality. Our association for teaching learning dates back to 1993 when we were doing our post-graduations. His commitment to the science of Ayurveda is unparalleled. He is the motivating force to bring new face to the curriculum of Ayurveda along with his team, and his insights are very important for growth. I request Shri Dev Pujari ji to say a few words.
My namaskar to all. Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Padma Shri Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, Honorable Darshan Shankar ji, and all other dignitaries, Prajapati sir, Ravinarayan Acharya sir, Ranjit Puranik ji, and all stalwarts who are present over here for this function. First of all, I must congratulate Asmita Vele madam for this web portal for Rasashastra, because this is need of the hour. We must go digital in all subjects, and this needs long efforts. As we are hearing since last 20 years, she and her team is working, and it is supported rightly by Darshan Shankar ji and the Bhamasha, I will say, of Ayurveda, Ranjit Puranik ji, and all other her team members. So I must congratulate to all of them. I have few quick points to mention over here. Here in this portal, which was shown over here just a few minutes back. So this portal is referring around 45 books. Long back, I think 20-25 years, I saw a list of 273 Rasashastra books, and many are still available here and there. So my request to Asmita Vele and her team is to bring all this information, all these books together on this portal, at least names and where they are available. So that will be a great contribution for the Rasashastra. Why Rasashastra is important? Because India is the first, or Indians are the first who created medicine from the metals. So their understanding regarding metals and converting them into medicine with different processes is amazing. So we must study this technology, I will say chemistry and chemical technology in Rasashastra in detail. We are, I can say, haunted by this heavy metal propaganda. all our sector, particularly the practitioners. We must retaliate it in a group or as a science. And as a part of it, NCISM has collected around 70 research papers regarding safety of bhasmas. And we have created an e-book. And with the help of Dr. Gali from All India Institute of Ayurveda and the research paper from many stalwarts and the people related to industry like Yogesh Benda and many others. So we created a e-book for particularly safety of these bhasmas, and we have circulated it to all colleges. So it must be on every college principal's this email, and it must be used, and it must that information must percolate up to our last student. That will help to change this narrative because that is very important. Another initiative regarding this is taken up by NCISM is last year we have circulated a letter to all Rasashastra and other teachers and the practitioners. If someone has a new idea regarding Rasashastra, we are in search of new Rasaushadis, which are not described in old text and which has application in today.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Am I audible now? अभी सुनाई दे रहा है?
Yes, to me you are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you are audible. Yeah.
Yes.
मैं ये बताना चाह रहा था कि NCISM ने और एक पत्र सभी शिक्षकों को और प्रैक्टिशनर को भेजा है जिसमें ये कहा गया है कि if they have any idea of creating a new Rasaushadhi or new bhasma of some new material, then NCISM will fund for that. But unfortunately, वो जो परंपरा है नए रसौषधि बनाने की वो कुछ रुकी हुई सी है, and still we have not received any proposal, a robust proposal for such type of activity. We are ready for that if somebody has some idea. And this web portal should include all these things. And only 193 diseases are mentioned over there in the portal. I have a doubt because the spectrum of Rasaushadhi is very large, and there is a shift. A practitioner can definitely look into it that the treatment shifted from dosha pratyanik to vyadhi pratyanik. So from that angle also we should look into the Rasaushadhis, and we must work upon it. Once again, I will congratulate Asmita Vele madam, and here our Ranjit Puranik sir is there. So I want to bring to your notice as academicians that we must work on the carbon footprints of during preparation of these bhasmas and the Rasaushadhis. That is another important issue we have not yet addressed. So my request to all stalwarts over here that such type of subjects can come up for PhD or even at the MD level. So thank you very much, and namaskar, dhanyawad to all.
Thank you, sir. As expected, so many insights I have picked it and I have jotted down. So we will definitely work on these areas. When he speaks, it comes directly from his heart. I'm talking about none other than Padma Shri Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji. Over past 7-8 years, the Ayurvedic sector has experienced a facelift. It has become very contemporary with Ayush Grid Namaste portal, which we have used. We have attached it to this database. 8 times increased market share of Ayurvedic products, and most importantly, the Global Center of Traditional Medicine at Jamnagar. All the developments have happened due to the visionary leadership of the Secretary of Ministry of Ayush. I wonder about his ability to work 16-18 hours a day. And always with a smile on face, he gives full attention to anyone who meets him. We all experienced a few minutes back, he said, I was busy, but right now I'm here and my attention is totally to you. So I really truly humbled today to invite him for the inauguration, followed by his blessings.
Thank you, Ashmita ji. Sri Darshan Shankar ji, Sri Ranjit Puranik ji.
Sir, click on the
Okay, first click. Okay,
click on the launch, sir.
I'll do that. Actually, I clicked it.
Yes, sir, it's happening. Sir, you can proceed.
I think there is some technical issue.
Yes,
if the
sir, you may proceed.
Okay. आप कर लो. Okay. Okay, so of course there was some technical glitch, but I'm sure that this portal is working. And my compliments to all the team, Smita ji, Ranjit ji, Darshan Shankar ji, Metasting Foundation, Asmi Life, and all, and I'm also very happy to see the Rasashastra who is present here, our the chairman of National Commission, Sri Jay Depujari ji, Vice Chancellor, Professor Prajapati ji, Professor Anand Chaudhary ji, all industry participation I can see. I'm also happy to also note that my teacher who taught me in Jamnagar, Dr. Koradia ji is also here, who is also participating. So, sir, aapko pranam and compliments to all of you. Darshan ji, as always, Darshan ji is is like a facilitator or the epicenter of such activities. So we all know him for so many years, and all the new thought processes comes, and then he is there to help all of us. Actually, this is very unique effort, rightly said by Ranjit ji, Pradeep ji, our DGCCRS, Sri Jayant ji. There is a lot of opportunity for us, for Rasashastra, since this is a first of its kind and is a ready or is a reference for all. It's not just for the students and practitioners or academicians of Ayurveda and Rasashastra, but I can see that it is actually a resource who has a curiosity to know about Rasashastra. And that is the USP, I think, of this portal. And as suggested and mentioned by all the experts, there is a huge possibility of further adding the new scopes about this portal or this repository. It could be not only carbon footprint, but and also contemporary researches and safety studies, etc. But so much more. There is a lot of possibility, because we know that Rasashastra or minerals and metals, it readily works with the and is easily understood by the basic science people. It is usually the practitioners or conventional medical practitioners, they don't understand, but the basic science people, they do understand the nitty gritty or the mechanistic aspect of Rasashastra and minerals and metals. So I think this is also a very good, useful resource for the people who wants to understand or do further research from the basic sciences, or chemistry or biology or physics people, and to make them more aware, or to make them more to facilitate them more. I think there are these few things, not only the classical perspective of the references or indications or the guna and rasaguna virya etc. But also maybe we can think about having a kind of its linkages with the disease code of morbidity codes of ICD-11 as mentioned by Asmita ji. Not only that, but particularly this this stigma, we need to specifically work on this direction and make it really propagate it really in a way that people have answer to their curiosity or to their doubts. Actually, such things actually gives us a challenge, and wherever there is some challenge, the new solutions come out. So it is true that there is a challenge, and then this challenge gives us more stress, and more stress gives us more capacity, or actually, when you are having challenge, you deliver more. So from that perspective, I suggest, I request the stalwarts who is associated with this project to incorporate more such batteries for the for this resource, which includes not only safety and efficacy, but so much more. And rightly said by Darshanji that we are still using these centuries old technologies of preparing medicines from metals and minerals. So we need to think about newer versions, newer technologies. And I'm happy to inform the august audience that recently Ministry of Finance has awarded a Center of Excellence to IIT Delhi for studies on Rasashastra, metals and minerals. And the scope is not only safety studies, but scope is also developing technologies of newer technologies of preparing such medicines. So there is a bigger scope of this Center of Excellence at IIT Delhi. There is one more thing is that Ayush, our DG is here, DG CCRS, Professor Acharya. The CCRS has developed his Ayush clinical case report. So I would request DG CCRS to have a word with Asmita ji and the team that can we also facilitate practitioners, successful practitioners who can, also document their experience with the using of Rasaushadhi for the clinical cases and for successful outcome of some difficult disorders. For example, Vaidya Balendu Prakash ji, we all know him and he's highly respected. So he actually is ekla janore mudra mein apna kaam karte hain, but he actually contributes a lot. He works in the area of conditions of chronic pancreatitis and certain kinds of cancer, etc. And then he has a huge knowledge base, and he has a lot of scientific publications also. So such kind of repositories, if we can have this clinical case repository linked with this portal, then it will actually add value, and it will also attract the practitioners to actually report their successful cases, and then maybe there may be some mechanism of verifying such claims and then posting of such case reports. So what I'm trying to convey is that there is a huge possibility in the area of Rasashastra. This is a beginning, and I definitely I want to compliment the entire team and assure that whatever help and facilitation is required from Government of India, we are there, and we will definitely support for all such endeavors. We are committed to work together, and Government of India do not think that everything is supposed to be done by the government. So Ranjit ji, this is something very good that industry participation is there, and in our sector, this is something very uncommon. So I compliment the industry also to come forward for such initiative. And once again, please accept my compliments, all of you, and thanks. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. I wish to remain indebted to you for unwavered support to meaningful initiatives and guidance whenever necessary. On behalf of the whole team Rasashastra web portal, I am saying this to you. I take this opportunity to thank Padma Shri Darshan Shankar ji, Shri Ranjit Puranik ji, Vaidya Prajapati ji, Vaidya Ravinarayan Acharya ji, Vaidya Jayandev Pujari ji from the bottom of my heart for gracing the launch. I will ever be indebted to late Vaidya Vilas Nanal sir, who has pushed me to do this work and guided with his insights to decode the hidden meanings of various Rasashastra procedures. I sincerely express my gratitude towards my team who has developed the content and also those who created technological interface. I must mention Mr. Bhushan Sathe for the initial version and metastring for the latest one. I want to mention Vaidya Girish Tillu here of CCIH for pinching me over last 2 years to convert this database into web portal format and expanding it so that the suggestions which have come right now would be taken care of, and definitely we as a team promise you, sir, that we would do it. I must mention the efforts and time of many students who tested the beta version of the database and gave feedback. We could minimize the lacunae due to their inputs. I wish to express my gratitude towards each and every one, including my alma mater, Bharati Vidyapith, and my current organization, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapith, for the support I received during this whole process, the old one and the new one. For me, I would like to take half a minute more. What is the next thing that we want to do? We have taken these suggestions. We also promise ourselves to add to this database the validated information regarding selection exclusion, the researches that will come up showing the toxicity, and not only toxicity, but the new research showing distribution of Bhasma through the interstitial spaces, bioavailability, and such more studies showing the pathways of actions. Rasashastra is at crossroads today like never before. Sir, I wish to put before you that we do not produce mercury. We solely depend on import. It was pointed that United Nations Environment Protection Program, C.K. Katiyarji mentioned this earlier, that this UNEP through Minamata Convention has proposed ban to use mercury owing to its proven neurotoxicity. As a collateral damage, Ayurvedic industry is likely to suffer from non-availability of mercury and strict regulation. At this time, the easily searchable database in scientific language, which we have put together on this portal, should come handy for Indian and international community to get a glimpse of the vastness and detailing of this unique treasure of our country. Lastly, me and my team will be truly obliged if everyone uses the database to get the required information, to build research questions, to find out research gaps, and bring the results to enrich the database with new knowledge. Thereby, we will be able to make it dynamic and ever growing. With these words, I thank everybody who is present here today. Please reach out to us for all your specifications. There is a feedback tab on the database portal. And the Pujari sir, we will take care of this 196 disease conditions. Those are mentioned only which are available on the Namaste portal through ICD-11, but otherwise we have listed about 2,000. So we will refine that and upgrade it. With these words, I thank everybody, and please permit me to take your leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
For future.
Recording stopped.
Thank you very much. And
Thank
all
you,
the best.
Eknathji. Thank you, Eknathji.
Okay, thank you.